Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So it looks like Sidney Powell might be in more trouble. We'll see. According to several news outlets, the Kraken attorney received subpoenas from the Justice Department several months ago, and they're demanding that Powell share documents involving her nonprofit as well as a political action committee that she set up. Both organizations use the same name. It's called Defending the Republic. And federal prosecutors have requested communications and financial records that date all the way back to November of 2020. So a full year. And this isn't the first time that Powell's group has been investigated. I don't know if you guys caught this, but earlier this year, the nonprofit side of Defending the Republic was forced to pay a $10,000 fine. I know it's ridiculous, but that was in the state of Florida, and that was after the organization was accused of violating state laws, including failure to comply with a charity registration law, as well as obtaining contributions by means of deception, false pretense, misrepresentation, or false promise. So, we're talking Florida, guys. I mean, it really had to be bad and blatant for her to get in trouble. And remember, other Donald Trump sycophants were involved in this group at one point, because initially Mike Flynn, his brother Joseph, and the former Overstock CEO, Patrick Byrne, were all directors of this group. So they all quit on the same day for some reason. Byrne cited a difference in management style, which may or may not have been part of it. But, you'll hear as I'm about to share, there's a whole lot more that allegedly went down. First off, Byrne alleges that when he urged Powell to conduct an audit of the organization's finances, she fought him on it. She absolutely refused. And she bobbed and weaved when he questioned her, but she was forced to generate an estimated budget in regard to the Florida investigation that I just mentioned. And that showed that the group had taken in more than $7 million as of September of this year. That appears to be at odds with what she actually told Byrne and what he claims to have heard from others. So he's getting all kinds of conflicting details. Based on secretly recorded conversations between Byrne and loony attorney Lynn Wood, Byrne alleges that Powell told him that she had raised over $15 million, and he heard from others that it was closer to $70 million. Byrne also confided in Wood that Powell had taken stock options in the nonprofit organization, which I've never heard of in my life. That's even a possibility. And he said that it appeared that Powell was running a scam. That was his word. If these recordings are legit, and it was actually Byrne in this recording, he said it was a scam. If you haven't heard these audio recordings, I highly recommend that you check them out. I'll have a link for you in the description box below, where you can listen to the entire nearly 1 hour phone call on SoundCloud. It's absolutely unreal. There's some really juicy stuff in this call. I mean, these two men gossiped more than 13-year-old girls at a sleepover. And there's hardly anyone that they didn't pick apart and throw under the bus, including at times each other. Byrne especially starts off by calling Lynn Wood a name. It didn't start off well. And Lynn Wood claims that he's now releasing this secret recording as well as another one because he wants to clear his name. He wants to expose all of these people's dirty dealing because he's basically gone to war with all of these other Trump sycophants. So he's trying to take them down and prove that they're all full of it. Of course, this is because of the stuff that came out with Kyle Rittenhouse and how he's saying that Lynn Wood basically, kept him in jail when he didn't want to be in jail and tried to steal his money and blah, blah, blah. And this recording apparently took place after Kyle Rittenhouse gave that interview, because they talk about that in the recording. So this was very recent. And just as an aside, so you guys know how completely batshit crazy all of this has gotten and why you want to listen to this call, Byrne also said in this recording that Powell got drunk and that she tried to put the moves on him. And when he rejected her, she became vindictive. He alleges that Powell is now going around telling people that Byrne drugged and raped her. So I have no idea if any of this is true, if any of what Byrne said is true. He doesn't appear to want to discuss it because news outlets have reached out for comment and he's not responding. So, but here's the deal with the nonprofit. So back to that stuff. She marketed this nonprofit as a way to help put Trump back in office. She marketed this as a way to support these lawsuits that she was filing. But Dominion Voting Systems alleges that she used these funds for her own personal legal issues. So Dominion, as you likely know, is suing Powell for defamation, but they're also suing Defending the Republic. They're suing that organization as a separate entity. And in a legal filing earlier this year, Dominion alleged that Powell, quote, treated the entity's funds as her personal funds, redirecting them to the law firm she controls and dominates, and rating them to pay for her personal legal defense. So it seems that the United States Department of Justice kind of believes this. They have reason to believe that something nefarious took place, because otherwise, why would they bother to subpoena her records? So I'll keep an eye on this for you guys. I'll let you know if I hear any more, but that's where it stands right now. Take care. Thanks so much for watching and listening.